Throughout the course of your time, you're going to have many of challenges. Some are good, some are bad. There are going to be things that you have done in the darkness that are good, but there are going to be things that you have done in the light that are bad. And your job is to get a balance and master that. You must take yourself and build yourself to be a better individual so that you can go on to higher dimensions. You got to learn to forgive yourself for the things that were done in the dark, the things that you had no business doing. And you definitely have to learn to forgive yourself for those ill things that you have done in the day. You're going to have to learn to master your emotions that you have held, that are held secretly within your darkness. And you're going to have to learn to bring those good things that you know that can help you out. You're going to have to bring them to light. You're going to have to make these moves. You make them every day. Now, it's hard to win a game if you keep running the same pattern every day, because everyone else is going to see the pattern that you're playing. So you got to learn how to manipulate the whole board. When you manipulate this board, when you manipulate what you do in the dark and what you do in the light, how you feel in the dark and how you act in the day, when you get to the point to where you can just accept those things and you master those things, then you become a master player. But there's another word called Masons. What do Masons do? What does a brick mason do? He builds. When you get on this board, you're working to build your existence. You understand that? You may not even be a so-called accepted, but you still live the existence of a Mason because you're trying to master your existence. But let's get into this a little bit more. You have to know how to work together as a community and build your own government so that you may be a sovereign individual. Your sovereignty was taken away from you when you became disorganized. It used to be a time that you were organized and you knew how to play the game. This helped us build communities that had an abundance of wealth. Had it not been for us knowing the game and playing the game, there would not have been a Tulsa, Oklahoma. There would not have been a Rosewood. There may not have been a whole other places that exist that was destroyed. Brothers, can I talk? Okay. During the Red Summer in 1919 and 1920, they were going around and they were people who looked like us. The government and the police department was not doing nothing about that. So this is what your brothers did. Your brothers who were organized behind the scenes, because sometimes, if you, like I said, if you keep playing the same pattern on the board, they're going to figure out what you're doing and then they're going to be able to trump you. But when you not showing the moves that you are making, they can't get it. They can't interfere you. It makes it hard for them to play the game against you. We were organized in secrecy and we did things in the light and we did things in the dark. When they were coming after us, you know what we did? We said, you know what? Okay. Each clubhouse, you're going to select a person. You're going to select 9 people. And those 9 people have to go out and do something to those people. It could be an innocent one. It didn't matter because they was coming after innocent ones who looked like us. They did the same thing. And you had to do it and leave the things in a place to where they would find it and it would be in the newspaper. So then they started noticing a pattern at how every time we do one of these, it seemed like 9 people would come up. People started getting scared. They had to shut that down. Those officials who wasn't saying nothing at first, they had to shut that down. And see, now you have people who talk about your own science. This is your science. You have people who talk about your own science, and it's very well possible that they are agents trying to keep you disorganized. Now, you have 2 different types of agents. You have the known agents who know good and doggone well what they're doing, but then you have the unknown agents who are just going by propaganda that they learned from someone else, and then they're still continuing the agenda, and they ain't even getting paid for it. Talking about a sucker. It used to be a time when we knew how to set up our own government. When someone would try to charge you with some BS and they knew you was on, you didn't deserve that, they're like, no, you're not going to put your hands on our brother. They would go run into one of our homes, the house. And they'd be like, man, there's some BS what's going on out here. They were, we got to get this brother up out of here. So you're going to get this brother to this point, then he's going to get to with another brother so he can get to the next point. Then he's going to get with another brother so he can get to the next point and get up out of here, and he will be taken care of. This is how crazy this is. And this is why you really should be mad about people who don't be real with you. Because they told you to remove and get rid of your own stuff, and now a higher forces and who are organized, they're using the same method that we use to stop them from, they're using it against us in a disagreeable way. Listen here. If you own a home and you say someone came to visit your home and they stepped in some dog poop and then they left the smell of that dog poop in your home, you're walking around your house and you're like, it smells like dog poop in here. How do you fix that problem? Are you telling me, are you one of those people who believe that I'm just going to burn the whole house down and start all over again? Or are you going to locate where that bad stench is coming from, clean it up, and then remove it away from your home? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I cannot lie to you. I will not lie to you. This has been compromised by people who have been compromised, but they did that to make sure that this gets a bad name so that you will turn your back on your own powers. You being organized was a threat. That had to be broken up. You ever wonder why we have such a hard time building like Rosewood in Tulsa, Oklahoma again? Why we don't support one another in doing what we need to do? Because we lost our sense of order and community. We can no longer communicate because we are no longer organized. Because we turn our backs on our own orders. And you allow people to help you make that decision. It's time to grow up. You question those who question